Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be kind of like things that everyone can relate to, slash an advice Q&A, slash like some struggles that some of my subscribers have been dealing with that I want to kind of use my platform to express their voices and to kind of have them express things that I totally can relate to. So it is because this is my channel, I wouldn't say things that like I couldn't relate to, if that makes sense, but I thought that I decided to be interactive and have my subscribers tell me some things that they're struggling with that they think that other people can relate to, including me, and I can kind of talk about some of my struggles and their struggles that are the same struggles and give my advice, feedback, humor, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's just get into it. I posted on a community post a couple days ago. Let's see. It says, another video. I'm on a roll because this was like the second video that, like the second community post that day that I had another interactive video idea. But it says, what's something that you can think that what's something you think everyone can relate to, slash something you've always wanted to express but have either been afraid to or just feel that you aren't being heard. I want to use my platform to express the struggles, opinions, etc. of others, and then hopefully offer advice, solutions, and humor. Hopefully I can help all of you and cause others a certain sense of self-awareness. I don't know, just an idea. Let me know your thoughts and ideas. So I don't know where I got this inspiration from, but I just went with whatever came off the top of my head. Like I literally had just thought of this idea and then I wrote the community post like a second after so that I wouldn't forget about it. So I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was original and unique and my own kind of spin. So let's just get right into this. So let's see, the first thing I have on here, Maya Camargo, and if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. But Maya Camargo says, for me, I've never been so anxious to step out of my house because of overthinking things or just simply being afraid of what others might say about you behind your back. Like, it's an awful feeling, but maybe some people can relate. I can definitely relate to that. For a long time, I didn't want to step out of my house because of social anxiety and insecurity and all that kind of stuff. So I totally feel you, sister. But I think the way I overcame that was to kind of try your best. I know this is so much easier said than done, but like, people. It doesn't matter what people think about you. Just stop thinking and just do it. Just do it. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but if you're having a lot of really racing thoughts, ruminating thoughts, you know, use your coping skills, use distractions, write. I love writing. I love writing poetry and just journaling in general, or just venting to something, either a camera like I do, or a recording device, or just writing, or a person. But try to get all of your thoughts out and then you'll feel nice and cleansed and then you'll be ready to go out. And like I said, definitely get all your thoughts out and then use the distractions and the coping skills in that sense, and just try your best not to think about things. Use whatever strategies that you can to avoid overthinking things, and then just go out and just do it. Live life to the fullest. You only have one life and the present is a gift, so embrace it and use it wisely. So that is my logical advice. Try to think logically. I know that it's really hard, and mental illness is like the most illogical thing like on the fucking planet, but that's why you have to try to cancel out the irrational, illogical thoughts with the rationality and just rebuke those illogical thoughts, rebuke them. The logic outweighs the illogic, if that makes sense. So just try to think of it that way, and you do you, boo. You are beautiful just the way you motherfucking are. And I'm sure that no one's talking about your behind your back. I'm sure it's all in your head. I mean it happens. People do talk shit behind people's backs, which is terrible. It's happened to me. I know how you feel, so if that's actually happening to you, I'm very sorry. I know how that feels. It really, really sucks. I don't know how old you are, but if you're young, it definitely, young people are more susceptible to behaving that way and to receiving that kind of behavior from their peers. So as you get older and as everyone gets more mature, which it does take a long time, I'm 16 and a lot of people my age are still not the most mature, but it's definitely better than they used to be. I can tell you that. There isn't as people don't really talk shit as much unless you do something to deserve to be talked shit about. Not that anybody deserves to be talked shit about, but you know what I mean. Like, if you don't do something stupid, then no one's gonna really care what you do, you know what I mean? But if you're young, just try to think about like in the future, it'll be a lot easier. This won't happen as much, I promise you. And right now, it's just, this is how it is right now. But honestly, more importantly, you'll be more mature. Like, you don't want to focus on if other people are going to mature, because you never know. But you yourself, as you grow up, as you learn and develop, you will become more mature if you choose to be, and biologically you will be. So more importantly, I think, is that you will be more mature, and you'll have learned how to handle it better, and you'll have learned what works for you. So just keep that in mind, that you'll be a better person, and you'll be a stronger person, and you'll know how to deal with how you're feeling more, and that will definitely benefit you. Thinking about the future always helps me get through tough times in the present. Even though the present is a gift, that is a kind of a contradiction to what I just said, but I guess it just depends on the way you look at it, you know what I mean? Everything depends on the way you look at it. There's a pessimistic side and an optimistic side to everything. So think, if there's a negative aspect of the present, think about the future and how you're going to overcome it. How that obstacle is going to increase your strength and increase your motivation and make you a better, stronger person. But if there is something that you are overthinking, overanalyzing, anxious, stressed out about, that might be in the future, or mostly it happens for me, I overthink things that happened in the past, mistakes I made and stuff like that. Then you have to think that the present is a gift, and to stop harping on the past. Learn from your mistakes and move the fuck on. Let it go. Alright, I'm done with my camp now. Moving on. But in all seriousness, I hope that advice helped you. Lauren Mack says, and actually a bunch of people said this, so thank you, Lauren, for speaking for the people. Finding it difficult to trust somebody because of past issues. I'm not sure if that's a good one or not. It is definitely a good one. It is definitely something that a lot of people can relate to. I'm positive, not because I can, but I guarantee that a lot of people can relate to that, including myself. My trust has been betrayed so many fucking times, it's not even funny, and it has definitely impacted my relationships today and my trust, how I trust people today. And I'm still a very open person, but I pick and choose who I'm open with sometimes, because of that kind of anxiety and fear of being betrayed, and kind of, I don't want to use the word trauma, but that's kind of the word I can think of to describe what it's like. That it's impacted me in that way. So I definitely know what you're saying, girl. So I think how I overcome it is to, again, stop dwelling on the past, doing my best to do that, which is, again, much easier said than done. It's very, very difficult to do that, but it's something that I try to do. Again, outweigh the logic, have the logic outweigh the irrational thoughts. So that's kind of how I do that. Don't let them bitches that wronged you impact how you see people for the rest of your life, because people will get offended by that. And remember, those bitches from your past don't deserve the time of day. They don't deserve that power. They don't deserve that influence over you. They don't deserve your thought. They don't deserve for them to impact your future, because they're not worth that. Just remember that. They don't deserve your influence. They don't deserve the influence over you. They don't deserve the power. They don't deserve the time. They don't deserve the energy. Like, don't compare people. Everyone is different. So one bitch doesn't represent everyone in your future or present. I hope that makes sense. I wish I could give you more advice, but I'm still struggling with myself a little bit. So as you guys know, as I learn things, as I grow, as I improve on all these skills that you guys are also struggling with, I keep you updated. I let you know how the progress is going and give you guys tips on how I'm overcoming it, so that you guys can go on that journey with me and overcome it with me, and we can do it together, because I love cheesiness apparently now, even though I fucking hate it. Well, now I love it, but we can do it together. We can, overcome our boundaries and our obstacles and our challenges, and those are all the same things, Zoe. What the fuck is the matter with you? All right, moving on. But again, in all seriousness, Lauren and everyone else that is struggling with trust issues, I hope that could help you. And I'm still struggling with it because of past issues myself, and I will keep you guys updated on how I overcome that that issue. Skipper89 says feeling isolated even in big groups, especially at lunch or in class. For sure, girl or boy, I don't know, because your profile picture is a sloth. It's adorable, but I don't know your gender. I'm not gonna assume your gender, but seriously, yeah, I totally feel that, feeling isolated, because there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. I've talked about this before, but being lonely is a feeling, a state of mind, and being alone is like literally being by yourself. Lonely is feeling lonely, feeling isolated, even if you're in a large group of people. And how I overcome that, I don't know, because I haven't yet, because I'm still struggling with it. I'm trying to think on how I could try to overcome this so that I can help you guys. That's kind of my motivation behind trying to get better in things and trying to learn how to overcome obstacles, so I can help you guys and teach you guys the ways of Zoe. I kind of just focus on whatever I'm there for. If I don't even go to the cafeteria anymore, I like sitting, like in my school we have these like booths with stools. They're kind of like, they look like bars, but they're lined up against the walls in the hallway, and that's where I sit during lunch. I don't go in the cafeteria. I just feel a lot more comfortable out there. So you have that, if you have that as an option, do that. But just focus on what you're there for. Focus on the people that you're with. If you're in the cafeteria with friends, if you have friends, then you can sit with them and just focus on them. Try to take initiative in conversation, which again is really, really hard with social anxiety and stuff like that, which I am really struggling with initiating conversations. But if somebody is talking to you, you know, participate, you know, don't just like shut down, and just be involved socially to the best of your abilities. You know, get your lunch eaten and just focus on what you're there for. And again, distractions, coping skills, all that kind of stuff. And in class, like again, just focus on, try your best to be social, but just focus on the material of the class and just, you know, get it done with. Focus on the lesson and the work that you're doing. I know that's not the best advice, but I'm still struggling with it too, so it's hard for me to give advice on something that I don't even, you know, like know what the solution is yet. Emily Hoyt, I think it's Hoyt. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize deeply. I love you, Emily. Dealing with change, being hard on yourself, talking about feelings, and also how not to be a perfectionist about everything. I would love you more if you talked about these. Damn, no pressure. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, those are like 4 major things that I actually saw in the comments a lot, was about dealing with change. I saw that multiple times. So let's just start with dealing with change. Girl, I can relate hardcore. I do not handle change well. It is definitely a setback. It can be, but again, learn from the changes, use them as opportunities to grow and learn and develop and become stronger. And you know, I had to deal with changes even at school, like in my schedule, which were very difficult for me to do. But I talked to someone about it, and they were just like, you just gotta, you know, exposure therapy. You know, I switched one of my classes and I was so anxious to go to that class, and they're like, you just gotta go to the class, Zoe, because I kept ditching it because I was so anxious about it and I just wasn't going to the class. And they were like, Zoe, you gotta go to the class. Like, you gotta, together we wrote a list of things, of the benefits of going to class. You know, passing the class, doing well on my test, you know, becoming a stronger person, growing, maturing, becoming more flexible, learning how to adapt more. You know, we came up with a list of these benefits of exposing myself to that change, and it helped, and it was a motivation. It is hard. You overthink it more than is like actually the severity of it. I mean, in a lot of situations, I don't want to, you know, just assume that all situations don't have like a high level of difficulty, because I'm sure that some situations that I've been in have been really, really difficult, and I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But you're probably, a lot of us overthink it a little bit too much, and so you just, again, stop overthinking it and do what I was talking about earlier, and using those strategies to stop over analyzing and overthinking things. And that's definitely a solution. Again, it's hard for me to give advice when I don't like know how to deal with it myself, but I'm doing my best. And talking about it like this, like in this extemporaneous, open way is definitely helping me come up with these thoughts, and I'm helping myself along with helping you guys with this stuff. I hope I'm helping. I think I'm overthinking right now. Am I helping them, or if I'm just rambling, or okay, hang on, I need to go get a drink. Side note, again, my coffee's black now because it matches my motherfucking soul. Original, right? I felt like I was gonna burp, but I'm okay. I'm not Emma Chamberlain. I'm not gonna burp on camera because I think it's cute and quirky. No tea, no shade, just facts. Okay, moving on. But dealing with change, again, using your coping strategies, coming up with the benefits, talking to a close friend or family or therapist about dealing with change is definitely beneficial. On any of these things, any of your struggles, talk to somebody about it, especially just someone you trust, like a loved one, a friend, a family member, or like a therapist or a counselor of some sort, because they can always really help you. Being hard on yourself is the next thing she said. Again, girl, I think we're like best friends now, because like I feel that, again, super hardcore. I think we might be the same person. But yeah, I'm so fucking hard on myself to the point where it is detrimental to my health, physical, mental, emotional, social health. I'm so hard on myself. Like, even when in social situations, I'm so socially anxious because I'm like, am I awkward? I always feel like I'm awkward in social situations. I literally text people, I apologize for my awkwardness, haha, like as a joke, but I genuinely feel like I need to apologize for my awkwardness, which is so bad, and don't do that. It's not the right thing to do. But you know, you just gotta try to be as confident as you can be. Let other people, like what I do is I kind of seek validation, which can also not be a good thing. But right now, external motivations are what's driving me. And even with my videos, I've talked about this before, I'm so hard on myself with my videos. I'm always like, oh, my video, there's the burp that was coming earlier. Like, even with my videos, I'm like, are my videos good enough? I feel like they're not good enough. I feel like if I add jump cuts, they're too choppy. If I don't, then it's too slow. If I, you know, like this doesn't look right, this isn't right, this is not, just the whole thing isn't good enough, it's too long, it's too short, whatever. I just think of all these things, and my dad is always just like, let the audience see for themselves and they'll probably love it, so like, stop. Like, and it's also, you have to think about it again logically. Maybe I'm not the biggest fan of my video because I've seen it so many fucking times, because I had to plan it, I filmed it, I've been editing it for a week, and I've been staring at it. Of course I'm gonna be sick of it. So like, you just gotta like think about it logically, review it again, write down, say the rebuttals out loud, like all that kind of stuff. You know, you just gotta think about the logic in it, and just think that you are being too hard on yourself, and a lot better than you're making it, than your mind is distorting it, you know? And the dealing with feelings and how to not be a perfectionist are actually going to be the last for this video. I will definitely do a part 2 if you guys want to see a part 2, because this video has gotten really long. I expected to get more done, but you know me, I like to elaborate. It's kind of my specialty, you know. We love an elaborating queen, right? Okay, that was really cringy. Anyway, so what was the next thing? Talking about feelings, I remember. So I actually got a couple comments that were like expressing feelings. First of all, definitely look up a feelings wheel. Those help so much. And I would think I was helping my friend with trying to express her feelings to her dad. So definitely Google search a feelings wheel. If you don't know how to identify what you're feeling, definitely do your research, look up a feelings wheel. Those help. It has a whole wheel of different emotions to choose from, because I've struggled with that, now knowing how to express what emotion I'm feeling or what emotions I'm feeling. So that definitely helps. And then expressing it, I feel like a lot of the times I either ramble and not get to the point, or I shut down. A lot of the time I shut down if I'm trying to express my feelings to somebody, like especially my parents. I just feel like I can't ever get my point across because I just don't know how to express it. So I plan it in advance. I write down, I talk to my camera, because talking to my camera for some odd reason gets my feelings out, like just so extemporaneously, and so I'm just like, how is this happening? How am I able to do this? I've been so bottled up, and then all of a sudden you put a camera in front of me or a recording device of some sort, even if it's like I'll use my MP3 player with like an audio record button if I don't have access to my camera, and just talking about it, just getting it out there like that. But by myself, sometimes I feel more comfortable, because if I'm trying to express my feelings to a specific person, I don't want to just straight up do it. I want to prepare for it without overthinking it, so that I don't shut down. So I get my feelings out on my camera, or I write it down of some sort, and I just get it all out, and then I'll be ready, and those feelings will be fresh in my mind and ready to express to the person, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps you, and you can try that. So that's how I learned how to like express my feelings better. And then just talking about them in general, sometimes it can just be really hard to get yourself to talk about it, even if you know how. But you just have to have that kind of trust in the person, and you want to be as authentic and genuine as possible, because that's a very admirable quality. To be that bold, to be that brave, to be that genuine it's very admirable, and I would admire you for that. I always try to do that. So think about Zoe. This would make Zoe proud if I did this. You know, if you can't use your internal motivations quite yet, use external, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still working on my internal motivation. So right now I'm using my external motivations, like my loved ones and my subscribers and the future and all that kind of stuff, and success, accomplishments, the feeling I get when I'm accomplished, the feeling I get when I'm proud of myself. You know, just think about all that kind of stuff. I mean, actually some of those are internal motivators, but mostly the external motivators, like loved ones, subscribers, all that kind of stuff. And the last thing I'm going to address is how to not be a perfectionist as much. Again, girl, I think we're the same person. I am the biggest perfectionist you'll ever meet, which definitely goes along with being hard on yourself. If this isn't perfect, the whole thing is ruined. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about my videos a lot. That's how I feel about any sort of work. Anything I do is like that. If it's not perfect, it's shit. Which, again, illogical as fuck. You know, you gotta think about it logically. Logic is your friend with mental health illness stuff. Mental unhealth, if you will. But, you know, again, rebuke that shit, and again, talk to somebody about it. Talk to a therapist about it. Do your research. Don't procrastinate, because that can definitely cause the perfectionistic tendencies. Again, hard to give advice when I don't even know how to deal with it, but definitely do your research, because I've done so much research on all this stuff and all my struggles. And a way that you can stop being so perfectionistic is prioritizing things, goal setting, stop blaming yourself, stop being such a harsh critic of yourself, allow other people to validate you, do a reality check, use your coping strategies, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully that can all help you. So that is actually going to be it for this video. If you guys like this video, if you guys like the advice Q&A, if you guys like the relatability, let me know. If you want me to do a part 2 to this, because I still have a lot more comments to address, but I'm so sorry if I didn't get around to you yet. But I wasn't expecting me to be so elaborate, but actually I should have, because hi, I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you, Zoe. Anyway, if you guys have never seen me before, you probably think that I'm a psycho, but that's fine, because I am. I embrace it. But yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and share this video and my channel to those you think might be interested, and leave me comments down below on my community posts. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.